Tonight, it's a party on Incensed, the world's best Pokemon Go podcast. Episode 27 is here, and is another reason to celebrate. For me, anyway. To help me enjoy this once-in-a-lifetime special moment, I am joined by the usual suspects. The guy that can hold meatballs in his mouth for 15 seconds, Casual Coops. The guy who hunts dinosaurs, that's Pogo Milo UK. And the guy who can work the soundboard correctly, it's my man Ian Waterfall. Guys, how are you all doing?
Doing good, mate. Doing good, thank you.
Coopsy.
Yeah, I'm good as well, bro.
Get the meatballs out your mouth.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is it, Milo? Meatballs tonight, your balls tomorrow.
My balls tomorrow.
I think technically it's meatballs tonight, meaty balls tomorrow.
Oh, those meaty balls.
I almost felt like he spat a meatball out when I said that.
Yeah, sorry.
One thing I will say, Milo, we'll take it down to the gutter. Make sure you shave first.
Really? We're not even 30 seconds in, for fuck's sake.
We went the other week penis talk quite early on, and we've gone to ball talk today. So
Where's your soundboard? Come on, Mr. Soundboard. Come on. I'm sure you've primed all the sound effects. You should be right there and ready with the comedy gold.
Cock. There it is.
There it
But
is.
Mark, how are you, brother? How are you? Obviously got no meatballs.
I'm absolutely squeaking my chair. No, I'm absolutely buzzing. It's episode 27. You guys have been very kind to... We've juggled it around, and let's be honest, this wasn't meant to happen, but with a lot of changing around everybody's episodes, we've got here. So, thank you all.
Anyone would think we planned it.
It's not like serious rescheduling or...
Yeah. No, do you know what, though? We actually haven't planned it. That's what's funny. We genuinely haven't.
Haven't we?
No.
I know.
Have we? No, I don't know. Have we?
Coops is blindly unaware.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually am.
But no, I'm absolutely buzzing, guys. Thank you so much for either planning this or unplanning this. It's been absolutely amazing, and we're gonna have some fun tonight. We are gonna have some fun. So before we start, grab a cold one, drop an incense, and share us any successes using the hashtag
And some meatballs.
and some meatballs. Hashtag Shinies of the week. Clarify the spelling. Admittedly, for some of you, you'll need to be.
I had a week off. I don't know how to do it anymore.
He was getting ahead of himself as well. But admittedly,
Your sacks, bruv.
wasn't it? Oh man, I've lost my train of thought now. So anyway, drop an incense, use the hashtag. Admittedly, for some of you, you'll need to be on the move to increase your chances with some of the changes that have been made. But guys, what are you all drinking tonight?
I have got a amaretto on ice, but the ice is gone.
Oh. That was sad.
I'm going to take Milo's reputation as being the boring one. I'm still on water.
Damn, man. I'm having a proper wife beater. I'm having a big old Stella Artois. And yes, I am eating my dinner. I usually wait, gang, but I'm absolutely starving tonight. It's been a long day, so I can't wait. So sorry if you hear me munching on big balls. I'm having meatballs tonight. Mark, what about you, bro?
I'm drinking beer. I've got caffeine, and I've also gone one better. I've gone for the hat trick. Water as well. Way.
Hat-trick hero.
Patrick Hero. We're lucky guys, aren't we? We still get maximum incense efficiency, I should say. Let's take advantage of that whilst we still have it. Let's start off. We're going to have fun tonight anyway. We're going to play all the good rounds that Coops loves. So I've kind of done this for him because I know he loves a round and a game.
I don't have the clip of him going, I fucking hate that.
Because you love the flex game.
I can do it now.
Do it now, Coops.
I fucking hate the flex game. We can clip that.
Do you know what scared me the most was listening back to last episode? He turned red and he dissed Ask the Intern. I was going, hold on, where did that fucking come
diss
from?
The intro, he'll diss everything by episode 50.
Diss the
Except
Intern.
Chinese of the week. He's never dissed Chinese of the week so far.
Not yet.
No, and I'm doing it. It's my favourite segment. Can we add another segment in? Can we do like how many meatballs can you hold in your mouth? Can we do like an ASMR segment?
So for those who didn't hear last week, we're all meeting up for EVCom Day, and we're going to make that happen on Saturday when we have our pub grub. We will make sure they've got meatballs on the
Okay,
table.
Mark, I'm going to take you into the future and we can reenact what's going to happen at the weekend. Are you ready?
Go for
Oh,
it.
God.
So, boys, we've all got the meatballs now. Coops, do you want to go first?
Listen, yeah. I'm all for the bats. I'm not doing this. I'm not fucking doing this.
Oh mate,
God.
I've got images of me.
Coops, what is your record, Coops? How many balls have you fitted in your mouth before?
Oh, I've just dropped the knife. But listen. Oh my God, you put me under asking how many balls I can fit in my mouth, and I dropped the knife. Do you not think that ASMR with meatballs is a bit sort of dodgy? Do you know what I mean? Because it's not like
it would
crispy.
be quite squishy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'll be a bit moist.
He avoided trap you lady in with that.
Oh, it's all on my bag. Oh, this is a disaster.
Okay, let's go back to the present day, shall we?
So we're back in the present day, and hopefully that knife didn't cut one of Coop's balls off. That would have been really unfortunate.
It may have cut his bag. Oh, that could be painful.
Oh.
Listen, all it's done is cut one in half, so I've now got 3.
A hat trick of balls. Oh, what a delight. So we are going to start the first round. This is the round Getting to Know You. How flawless was that? It's nice to have a professional priming.
Oh, wow.
The shade,
I think Milo just needs more practice. I know where each of the buttons is.
Let us know on social media whether you prefer it to be on point and boring or complete cock up, but it's funny.
Ooh, I think I'm going to have to do a poll now, guys. So
Oh, no, not a poll. I don't know what I hate more, the flex game, the round of applause, or Mark's polls. I'm not sure what one I hate the most.
and that feature Diss the Intern, Coops. I was really struggling for this question because actually I was trying to think of something that we hadn't done before, but something that was also probably going to sort of make us reveal something about us that we haven't done before. Because we've known each other over 6 months on the podcast, you know, some of us know each other longer than that. I wanted to do something that meant we had to go back to those days, back to the school days. When you were a child, you know, it could be before school, but what was your childhood nickname? And actually, did you ever find out why you were called it? I know some people probably never got that far, but I'm going to go last so I can do this poll, Coops. So I'll leave that to you.
Am I going first?
Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry.
No, I just muted myself to give me 2-3 minutes to finish off my meatball. So can Milo go
first?
first?
Ian and I will take the lead on it. I only got a nickname at school when I was about 14 or 15, purely because of my very, very old first YouTube's name. Until that point, I didn't have a nickname, but I ended up being known as Mega because my YouTube's username was Mega Mr. Milos.
Oh, I remember that used to be your in-game name, actually.
Yeah, that was my kind of brand thing.
I like
Those are going well back. Friends. Oh, mega friends.
Mega friends.
To be honest, Milo, I thought you were going to go, my nickname was the Trader Club.
Mega Milo.
Mega Milo.
I love it.
Well, we'll go to me next because my answer is, and I'm keeping this trend running, very boring. I never actually had a nickname at school. People didn't think enough of me to give me one, obviously.
And that's continued throughout your whole life. No, I'm joking.
It's true.
Ian, I'm joking. Please don't cry.
I don't know, does twat or wanker count? I wasn't going to use Milo's favourite word. We do draw the line at some words.
What, do you actually not have a nickname, bruv? Like, for real?
To be fair, the closest thing I've ever had to a nickname was nowhere near school age. It was an ex-girlfriend that she used to call me Wasserfall. But that was the closest thing I've ever had to a nickname.
What?
Wasserfall, it just means waterfall in German.
Yeah, of course, because Wasser's water. Yeah, I could have worked that one out. So my nickname growing up in school was Tiny Titch. And no, not because I had a small wiener.
That's what they said.
Yeah, I don't.
They said that to stop you crying.
Yeah, to be honest, brother, I don't listen. I'm not getting my wiener out at like 8 years old. Do you know what I mean? That's well weird. I'm not doing that.
Just his balls. Just his balls.
Just his balls. No, but to be honest, I was called Tiny Titch, but I don't really know why, because I weren't really that small, brother. I don't really know like where it came from. But yeah, that was genuinely growing up. My nickname was Tiny Titch in like junior school when I was like 8, 9, like that sort of age.
Mark.
Oh, I love you, Coops. I absolutely love you. Oh, God.
Love you too.
Tiny Titch. It wasn't because I had a small penis. My nickname was Krull, but I've got to say, the genius of the nickname at the time, I didn't realise at the time, obviously, because it was fucking awful. But I took part in sports day in high school. I remember doing it and getting beaten on the 400 metres by the biggest, largest person that was also running it. And I was slow as anything. The nickname I was given at school was...
Oh, no, I'm dreading this.
I see where this is going.
Was Skoda. And I thought it was...
Wow.
Oh, that's Bants, though.
Now, not so funny. Back then, on point.
Very, very topical and on point. I like that. I think, yeah.
And do you know what was even funnier? Was that the person who gave me the nickname, I left the school I was at in year 9. But anyway, long story short, I had a leavers book and someone put in it, "See you, Skoda, gonna miss you," and drew a car, right? And I thought that was brilliant. Fast forward 10 years after finishing my other stint at the other high school, my college, playing football, met the guy who did it and wrote my book 10 years later, didn't even recognise each other. So how bizarre was that?
The thing is, who looked better, you or him?
On a par. We're on par with each other.
Okay, all right. Tell you what, speaking of 400 metres, what did everyone think of the Olympics?
We did quite well, didn't we? The UK did.
I didn't really
pretty good.
watch.
Do you know what, actually? Right, we do shit at Eurovision, and we never talk about that. We did pretty good at the Euros. We almost brought it home, but fuck me, the Olympics, we kicked some ass, didn't we, boys?
Yeah, for real.
We fourth on the medal table, Coops, wasn't it? We beat the cheating Russians, or whatever they call themselves now.
Yeah,
it's like the Russian Federation
But
thingy.
didn't I just see on the news we've had a medal taken off us for doping?
Oh,
what? Just now?
just that
On
second.
the news earlier, unless I just imagined it.
It is probably because you were high on dope.
I wish. It might keep me awake. It might keep me alert.
But yeah, let's take advantage of that, boys. We've done fucking good, aren't we? We're good.
I was just going to say, speaking of the 400 metres, we had to bring it up and say poggers to the to Team GB, bro. Poggers.
Pog. I like that now. I like your new word, Coops. Pog.
I do like GG though. I do like GG.
Yeah, it's got its time and its place. We should do our pog faces and put a photo on Twitter. We'll do that later. But let's jump straight in to everyone's favourite feature, the flex game. Flex it up, flex it up. The reason I love this round better than any others is because I vocalised the intro, so that was cool. Oh, Ian, that's not good news.
Yeah, I didn't think I imagined it yet. We've had a silver medal taken off us.
Oh, silver, that doesn't affect the medal table position. That's good. That's fine. If it was gold, I'd have been more concerned.
And there was a perfect opportunity for Coops to break into song singing a bit of Spandau Ballet.
No, you're all right, mate. No, you're all right. Maybe Saturday, Ian. Maybe Saturday.
Okay.
It all happens.
It'll be during the OnlyFans shoot. Gold!
Always believe in you. So, I've tried to mix this flex game up a little bit because, let's say, stats are pretty hard to beat certain individuals on, but I wanted to sort of do some things that were all down to RNG, and I think, two of them are anyway. So, the first one is, what is the best IV Dialga that you've caught so far? And I know Milo's a human calculator. He can just look on his bars and go 86% or 88%. Or I don't know how you do that, mate. Still bemuses me. Who wants to start off, or who's worked it out already? That's probably
I feel like Milo's gonna, because he raised the most. He's gonna have a hundo. Well, the highest I've got is a 96, 15 attack and 15 defense.
Oh wow, 96 for Coops.
Yeah, my highest is a 93% Dialga.
Ooh, casual.
Not really. I raided a fuckload. I just didn't get a good one.
Yeah, true.
Is it normal Dialga or is it just shiny?
Any Dialga.
Look at this fucking knobhead.
Fucking knobhead.
Oh, is it your best shiny Dialga?
Well,
Assuming we've all got more than one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My best one is a 94%.
Okay, so I'm winning. Here he goes. Oh, I've got a hundo. I've got 18 hundo.
I've got 2 hundos and a shiny 98.
Okay, well.
So 100 minus 100 is 0. 0 times 98 is 0. Coops, you're the winner. Well done.
Okay, flex it up, flex it up.
So Milo, 298% to Milo. Well done, mate. You kicked us into touch there, buddy.
Hashtag winning.
So
He was always going to win that one, wasn't he? And the next one.
Well, my mum always told me, boys, it's all about the taking part.
It is now. It is now, isn't it? I don't know how we've done so well on the Olympics. You know, when you're at school now, everyone wins a medal, don't they? This must be a last generation.
Yeah, you get a participation medal, much like
You
if you're in
have
a raid
to, 'cause
lobby, you get
everyone's
the style point at raids.
Style
It's like the
savant.
participation. Yeah, that's the participation medal.
Oh my God. Right, so last time we did this in episode 22, I made a note of that, Ian. Do you like that? Because you're normally very good with the
I like
episode.
referring back, yeah.
I like referring back. I brought up the best Shadow Ho-Oh CP, and actually, neither of you, because Coops wasn't here for that episode, neither of you had actually caught your Shadow Ho-Oh. Now, I know Coops had done it once he got the right team in place that fateful community day, but...
I'll use Earthquake on a flying type.
Don't use Earthquake on either. So, this is an easy one. It's not IV, it's CP. So, who's got the highest CP Shadow
Is this the
Ho-Oh?
original CP
The
or the
original
current CP?
Well, if you've increased it, it means yours was pretty good, Mr. Waterfall.
No, I haven't increased mine. I
good
haven't
lad.
increased it.
Well, I'll start this round because I think it's only fair to set a shit base mark. But my CP was 852.
Okay, so you didn't set a shit benchmark because mine was 845.
Oh, bro, I was just about to say the same. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, mine's 4-7 on the end. I was like, how does that work?
Mine was 2-star, by the way, so that shows you how I thought I was really playing this down.
All right, come on then, knobhead. Here he goes.
I waited and it worked. I got 869, which was a 98%.
I waited and it worked.
Oh my God, yeah, of course. I saw that, of course.
Yeah, because remember, I hadn't done the research. I literally waited
No,
about 2 months.
we hadn't bothered, had we, last time, yeah.
We didn't bother.
Oh, that was it. Sorry, yeah, you're right, yeah.
2 months to complete the research, and then 98% Shadow Ho-Oh.
So RNG loves Milo. Go on, Coops. What was yours?
Oh no, I said, yeah, mine was, oh God, hold on.
Would it be 847 if it ended up?
847.
Yeah, 847, yeah.
Wow, so I went for RNG and Milo, hit them both out the park.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Dialga, I raided the fuck out of that.
Milo, can you just do me one favour? Can you just do the voiceover?
No.
Can you just go, it's my game, it's my game. We're gonna use that from now on. Go on, bruv, do it.
It's my game, it's my game.
That will be on there next week, Milo.
Yeah, that is...
Was it?
Yeah, and we keep that on it until he loses a round and it goes back to the original, and then he almost regains the intro rights the following week. I know you, Milo. I know you. You'll have a 12-week streak now.
Should be like, I most likely win.
Ooh, come on. Got a nice little singing voice there, haven't you?
Only for Jingles. Anything further, I'll make your ears bleed.
No, that was good, bro. That was good.
You can tell
nice
you boys
singing
have...
voice, beautiful face, massive schlong. What else have you got?
Big meaty balls.
Just to keep that knife away from them.
Yeah. Right, guys, so this is a stat one. I wanted to throw one in there, and I thought this one would be quite interesting. So, gym leader. So, this is basically anyone who bothered to throw Pokemon in gyms. Now they're all free to play. I guess everyone's focusing on that now to get their free coins a day. But the longest amount of time you've been defending the gym. Who wants to set a starting point? Because I think this is gonna be all over the place for everyone.
Yeah, no, I'll go first. I think I'm setting a really low thingy, but I've got no idea. 46,200.
Well, I'm below that, so you're winning at the moment.
Wow.
So I'm on 37,861.
Wow.
Wow, I haven't lost a round. I'll go next because Milo's got like multiple gyms on his doorstep, so I'm on 51,423 minutes.
Wow!
Hours.
And I've got 66,142.
It's my game. It's my game.
Damn right.
Well, well done, mate. You won all three, and you're still a dickhead. No, I'm joking.
And a dickhead with good stats.
He's a dickhead with good stats. I like that. We might get a T-shirt with that on, with your little face going.
Like a proper tosser.
Yeah.
That's jokes.
So
I
pog.
like that. Yeah, GG's.
So pog. Well, guys, thank you for that. It was good to have the flex game back where it belongs.
Was it?
I knew you were going to say. Well, I feel like fucking getting rid of it now after that, mate.
That's just unfortunate.
Oh my god.
Hey, I like
Who the
that.
fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that? A reversal. Oh,
Gio.
it was Gio. Anyway, boys, over to Milo with the news.
Is the news.
Oh, bless him. Bless him.
Right.
By the way, rest in peace, Reversal's Pogo career. He's quit, hasn't he? He's quit.
Yeah.
Pokemon apparently has, yeah.
Ditched the game.
He's done. Wow.
Although I think at some point on the live stream he said, I'm just going to open it up for banter.
He did tweet saying that he'd probably still play at live events.
Yeah, something like that. He's not doing it full time or whatever.
Yeah, he said to me he would only open it up if he was around the Incensed boys in London for the Worlds next year. So, we're going to have to sort of do that for him. So, yeah.
Well, grateful we got him on, right towards the end of his career, let's say, like his Pogo career. That's awesome.
On the note of last week, we were obviously talking about the hashtag #HerosNiantic movement.
All right, so anyway,
while we were asleep, Niantic actually put out a statement about 12 hours after we'd started posting everything. That statement, we've all heard it. We're quite late to the quite late to the news at this point. Yeah, the party. That's the expression. Thank you.
Nice expression, Ian. Like that.
I think that's just the saying, isn't it? Late to
That
the
is the
party.
saying. That is the actual saying. Yeah.
Hey, we're only late to the party if Coops is driving us there. Yeah. Sorry, Milo.
I don't know whether we want to read through the whole thing, because everybody pretty much would have read it and seen it and stuff, and there's been sort of backlash and a little bit of uproar and stuff about it, because in essence it is a very kind of non-response of a response.
Why don't we do it like letters to the host?
Let's do that.
Yeah, read it out, Milo. I'll put the music behind it.
Can we have the dog noise, Ian, going woof, woof?
Yeah, hang on 1 second.
It actually works. A response to our Pokemon Go community.
It is a letter, isn't it? It is a letter.
It is a letter, so it works. Yeah. To our Pokemon Go
by the way,
community.
sorry, Milo.
Shut up, Coops.
Hey, do you know how many people listening to this right now are like, yes, Milo, finally, someone's told him to shut the fuck up. Oh.
And tomorrow night you can shut him up by shoving something in his mouth.
Double whammy, love it.
Sorry, I'll say it after. Go on,
let me just read through it, because then we'll divulge into it. To our Pokemon Go community, we appreciate your letter and all of your feedback. We hear you. We are humbled by your response. Not every game has such a passionate global player base that we're fortunate enough to have. Like everyone else around the world, our team has been working very hard to adapt to the global health environment. The recent exploration bonus changes we've made in the US and New Zealand are designed to restore some of the foundational elements players enjoyed prior to 2020 and reward players once again for moving and exploring, encouraging people to explore, exercise, and play safely together in person remains Niantic's mission. The health and well-being of players is our top priority, which is why we have implemented the new exploration bonuses in select geographies where it is deemed safe to be outdoors. Research has shown that taking walks outside is safe and confers several health benefits. Furthermore, encouraging outdoor exploration is in keeping with Niantic's mission. That said, we will continue to monitor health and safety guidance related to outdoor activities, and we will make future changes if necessary. We have heard your feedback about one change in particular, that of the Pokestop and gym interaction distance. We reverted the interaction distance from 80 meters back to the original 40 meters starting in the US and New Zealand, because we want people to connect with real places in the real world and visit places that are worth exploring, like Starbucks. That's not in their letter. That's not in their letter. However, we have heard your input loud and clear, and so to address the concerns you have raised, we are taking the following actions. We are assembling an internal, cross-functional team to develop proposals designed to preserve our mission of inspiring people to explore the world together, while also addressing specific concerns that have been raised regarding interaction distance. We will share the findings of this task force by the next in-game season change on September the 1st. As part of this process, we will also be reaching out to community leaders in the coming days to join us in this dialogue. Our goal is to build fun and engaging experiences that remain true to our mission, and we thank you for challenging us with thoughtful and constructive feedback. The Niantic team.
Mate, that was really. I was about to say that was so fucking boring. Then you just went, Yeah, I like
Can we
that.
Can we all do like the X Factor or like pop idol? So can we all just hold our X's up a bit like fucking Simon Cowell?
Bro,
It's not for me.
bro,
I'm
you
out.
really, you really showed your age then when you said pop idol.
I didn't know.
Jeez.
So guys, non-committal. Shit. What do we think about that?
Look, mate, we all know the real reason why they're not going to give us back the Avatar Pokestop increase is because they're so fucking useless and they're so shit at creating new ideas. They want to hold it back so they can just use it for random events every other month. They will be like, and for this 10 days, you get increased. But I know them. So that's what I think they're doing. But no, all jokes aside, like I said, the whole hashtag, what was it? Niantic?
Heroes now. No, you've got the one that Ian
You've
made
got
up
mine
in your
from last
brain.
week, yeah.
The one that Ian put out.
Sorry.
Us is in the middle.
Sorry, yeah. So the whole hashtag Hear Us Niantic movement, which was, this time last week, was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Like, really, really close to 100,000 tweets trending, really close to that. And everyone got involved. All the content creators got involved. Everybody on Twitter got involved. It was a really amazing 48 hours. People really expressing how they feel about just about everything, as we discussed on last week's episode. Honestly, I genuinely think, boys, that they are going to change it back on September 1st. I really do. I genuinely do. And that's that's my take on it.
My take on it is they responded very quickly for Niantic. They had to put a release out and they had to do some sort of damage control. And what they put out was the bare minimum. We've heard you, and that's all we asked for. We actually didn't say wanted them to actually do anything there and then. We said we wanted a response by, what did we give them, a week? Yeah, we got the response. They had to do something, and they've done the bare minimum.
I think you're absolutely right, Ian. I think you're absolutely right. I know. We all sort of didn't expect to hear from them, I think, and they've proven us wrong by responding. But like you said, I'm really interested about who this intergalactical special task force is going to comprise of. Intergalactical. I saw a
That would have made it sound better.
Yeah, I think it'll involve John Hankey, John Hankey's boat, John Hankey's house, John Hankey's whatever he's got, and probably his butler. But who else is going to be part of that? I mean,
He'll have himself on speakerphone.
is someone going to get the call? That is the question.
Mate, we all know who's going to be a part of that. Random people in fucking Tesco who've never played the game before in their life. That's the type of people they like to get on the team. They go, this is their
Pokey AK.
Honestly, this is their interview, I reckon. They go, hi, come in, sit down. And John, or whoever's giving an interview, say, how are you? They go, yeah, I'm good. They go, so have you ever heard of Pokemon Go? And they're like, not really. They go, and have you ever played Pokemon Go? And then they're like, no, I think it's like for 4-year-olds. They're like, okay, great, you've got the job. That's literally what they do. That's literally what they do. That's the interview for Niantic.
It almost reminds me of, and this is probably going to go straight over Coops and Milo head, but maybe not, pop culture. Back in the 80s, if you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you could hire the A-Team.
Yeah.
Is that when Pop Idol was on the telly?
That was before Pop Idol was on the TV.
I'm joking.
I've got that scene from Men in Black stuck in my head where they're like all in a room, they've all been given the paper, and they're all sat there trying to write on their knees and all that. And someone has a bit of common sense, grabs the
Will Smith,
table,
isn't it? Drags the table,
drags it across, starts writing it, and John Key goes, "Get that person out of here. They're fucking too intelligent for this. Fucking get rid of them. That's not what we're about." I think you're right, Coops. I think it's going to be anyone who hasn't played the game and anyone who doesn't understand what a mobile phone is. I think are probably going to be the ones that fucking get on it first.
Well, there might be something in that because they said we'll be reaching out to people in the coming days, and we're now a week on. And as far as I'm aware, I haven't seen. I mean, obviously they wouldn't announce it, but I've seen quite a few content creators on this ranging scale from big to small saying I haven't heard anything. So they say in the coming days. I think they'll wait until August the 30th or something, and they'll go, "Oh shit, we should have talked to some people." Yeah,
thank you. Yeah, they'll get their out of office or something, and then they'll say, "Well, they didn't respond." So
I agree. It's entirely damage control. They had to put something out as soon as possible because Eurogamer was picking up and Polygon was picking it up and more media outfits were picking the story up and it was getting more and more traction. Like, if they didn't put something out ASAP, they were going to look like a bunch of word I can't say.
I think what they'll do, guys, seriously, is what Coops has said it already. They won't pull a team together that we know of anyone of it. It'll all be done behind the scenes. They'll say they've done it, but we'll never know who they are.
They're not going to do it in the public eye, definitely not.
No, and they'll put it back to how it was before. And then everyone will think, oh, that super intergalactical, secretive group of people, task force, that we've pulled together, that no one knows who's involved in it. We've just flicked the switch back because actually it's probably the best thing we could do. And I think we'll all have that perception that we'll think they listened to us. Brilliant. We did our bit, which I still agree was amazing, by the way. In fact, that was amazing, and we were not going to ever play down what we achieved on that as a group. All of us did. We all had a big part to play in that, but orchestrated really well by some of the larger content creators. But it'll be a bit cloak and daggers. They'll want us to think that they've done it for the right reasons, but I think it'll be far simpler than that in their world. But yeah, you're right. The World Health Organization, one of them ain't going to be sat there working for Niantic, are they? Let's put it that way.
After everything that's happened, I'll genuinely be gobsmacked if there's not an adjustment or a change to the avatar. I will genuinely, even if they increase it, a tiny little bit, to sort of, meet halfway to the original and halfway to the pandemic bonuses. But I'll be gobsmacked if, in a month's time we're talking and we're like, guys, like we've gone back to how the game was a year and a half ago and they've not changed it or adjusted it or helped us out or, I'll be shocked. I will genuinely be shocked.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking back through this and, having sat on the announcement for about a week, there are some bits in here that you just want to slap someone, to be honest, because some of it's really quite patronizing and some of it's actually just really obtuse. So the bit here is like, health and well-being of our players is our top priority. Well, if it was, I mean, I'm sure that somebody at Niantic has heard of the news.
Is the news.
Not our news, the stuff that's broadcast worldwide. They might have heard of something called the pandemic of COVID-19. It's still going on. Like we said in last week's episode, somebody surely, unless they're like, North Korea locked and media controlled in Niantic, which is entirely a possibility.
I was just going to say that.
If it's the top priority, just wait until the pandemic's fucking over and then mess around with the bonuses after that. And then this bit here, research has shown that taking walks outside is safe and confers several health benefits. No shit, Sherlock. Fuck's sake.
The thing is, though, that's true, but getting everyone to stand on an X to fucking do a raid, because they've made it so small, even if it is outdoors, isn't fucking safe.
I mean, I think every government in the world has said you should be going outside for walks because of the health benefits. So getting outside, that is fair, to be fair.
I think it's so hard though because it's like I don't want to slag them off. It's like they
Coops, I love it.
Milo's frothing, but like
talk dirty to me.
Yeah, no, but it's
that's
like
just
what did you say? That's just what? What was that sound?
Blowies.
Oh. Boys, this is serious, Coops. Come on. No, the joking is never serious, Coops. But I've lost my because you talk about blowies. I've lost my fucking trail of thought. God damn it.
Coops is frothing.
Yeah. But what was I going to say is that I feel like that Niantic don't really understand like how you actually play their game. Like you can't just go on a 20-minute walk like in an area like mine and play Pokemon Go. It doesn't work like that. You have to go to like a proper city, a proper town, like downtown. Like you can't just play Pokemon like where there's no stops or no gyms or no like you can't and that's what they're like, oh yeah, go for a 20-minute half-hour walk a day. It's safe. And I'm like, yeah, we know that, bruv. But if I did that every day, I'd gain about 2,000 Stardust. That would be it. You know what I mean? Like I'm like they just don't understand. Yeah, they don't understand how.
It's not an exercise app.
Yeah. They don't understand like the grinding aspect, and they just don't understand how much we all play it and how much we want to get out of it and how much we grind for, how much we catch, how much we spin. Spinning stuff gives us balls to catch. That I just feel like they don't understand any of that. They're like, yeah, it's safe to go on a 20-minute walk and play our amazing game. And it's like, yeah, but bruv, if I do that, I'm going to catch about 8 Pokemon. So and if I have an Incensed on, I'm lucky to get 20.
Mark, do you mind if I feed into something? Because there was some stuff pushed in the recent APK of the game, which might explain, like I theorized a little bit about the route maker last week, and obviously we've talked plenty about sponsored stops, and I think they do have a pretty important role in Niantic's reasoning. But there's another thing that's been pushed in the game, into the game code, more details about AR scanning and Pokestop power-ups. It seems, from what I've read, that you'll need to scan Pokestops and level Pokestops up in order, and then maybe one of the higher tier bonuses is unlocking an expanded radius for that stop or something. That's as far as I've read.
God, that's that. Do you not think that's a bit complicated for them though?
I
don't think they can do that.
What worries me with something like that is that Niantic, they've acquired a new outfit, haven't they? They tweeted out they've acquired a 3D scan company, like 3D mapping or something. Niantic seems to be pushing Pokemon Go to be like an AR map, not a Pokemon on the go game, which is really odd, because if anybody looks on Twitter or YouTube or watches people play the game, people don't go to, say, a stop in a park and go, oh, I'm going to scan that and take loads of photographs and upload some data. No, you go to a park to play with friends and catch Pokemon in the real world. That's what the game is. Niantic seems to be going off a completely different direction.
I love that, by the way. Play Pokemon in the real world. They just don't fit in the same sentence, do they? But mate, you ain't got to worry about that, Milo, because honestly, every time I take an AR photo, as I've said, the graphics are so fucking shit. They are. When I say they are so far behind from being an AR company, you've not got to, honestly,
I
like
know,
I've said,
bro.
Let's talk about the Style Shop. It looks like a version of 1895 Sims, bruv. So don't
We get older
worry.
every week, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Do you know what, though? I mean, I think that's really dangerous where they're going with this. I think it is all about mapping the world, isn't it? This is what they want. They want to know as much as they can. And
Free labour.
free labour.
But that's true. You've got to remember that the actual financial value of all of these AR mapped points of interest, so they can actually make a killing off of selling that information.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Coops said, I just want to play a game which doesn't look shit when you take a photo of a Pokemon in the real world. And that, just get that bit right. I mean, you just try and record it, it looks shit. It's just shit.
Unless Milo does it. Milo's generally look pretty decent.
No, but honestly, it's so weird. The resolution they put their AR photos at is so fucking small compared to anything you shoot with a camera nowadays. It's like 540p. It is really bad quality.
Before all this, can we please just sort out the Style Shop when you put on big brown boots and trousers? Can we just if we could, Niantic, if you're listening, if we could just get that bit right first, that would be a really good step in the right direction.
The feature that they worked probably the most on, was the group buddy AR thing, where you can have more than one Pokemon of people. Literally, it's shit, and nobody uses it. Nobody uses it, not even for a prank. So they've spent probably millions of pounds or dollars and so much time invested in that, rather than just fixing a bug.
That's
in
just
the game.
unfortunate.
That's their headspace.
Mate, when you deep it though, it's actually so embarrassing. Like how much money they earn. It's actually like when you really deep the game. Like, obviously, we love it. We're all bantering and we're all taking the piss. But like when you proper deep Pokemon Go, it's actually embarrassing how bad the graphics are. Like it's actually embarrassing. They're so bad.
Yeah.
Do you know what we should do, guys, for our Com Day meetup on Saturday? Should we all try and do that group AR fucking picture thing and see if we
my
can
God.
I've never done it.
It's the glitchiest fucking
yeah,
thing on
I'm
the
down.
I
planet.
think we tried it, Milo, didn't we, on one community today? We ended up just taking a picture with your phone.
It didn't work. I have done it successfully when it first dropped, and it was so buggy. It took literally about 20 minutes, stood still in front of a bench to make it work. And you pop the Pokemon out, and they're at different fucking levels, different sizes, and you're like, what is this bullshit? I mean, seriously.
Hashtag Heroes Niantic. The simple things. The simple things.
Simple thing.
Milo, I put it on the show notes a little bit. How are we doing on this Ultra Unlock Week 2 event then? When we touched base on the first week, we'd all done pretty well. What are your shiny hauls? Anything good? Anyone got anything to show off about? I managed to get one shiny Palkia, and I got my shiny Heatmore, which I was quite chilled and quite happy about.
I did see that on Twitter. Nice.
So 5 shinies so far. What about you guys?
That's the first ever chilled shiny Heatmore that I've ever heard of. Sorry, that was a dad joke. Sorry. Sorry, that
jokes.
No, shiny haul. I've got the shiny Heracross male and female. Which
After
I really
how many
wanted to
raids
get.
free to play? Just out of interest, after how many
Well,
raids?
97 raids
What?
to get the two shinies.
Did you hear him, mate, last week, giving it all the big one, Mr. Free to Play, all that? 90. What did
Hey, I said
I'm just going to
and
use
I
premium
showed-
passes.
Yep.
I
yep.
had 10,000 coins left over from Go First.
Yeah, but Milo, this
I'm
isn't the
burning
point.
them out.
What did Ian just? It's not about that. Ian,
I'm not putting any money towards Niantic. I'm using what I have in my
No,
bag.
I referred to last week. You said you were
That's
just
that.
going to
yeah,
use premiums.
I agree. I agree.
Heracross didn't spawn enough, so fuck them. And yesterday I got my shiny Palkia as well from Raid Hour, which was nice. Physical pass that was.
So for me, the to be honest, I'm just going to just say it, and I apologise if I've offended anyone, but I think this Ultra, the second part of the Ultra Unlock, this event that's happening right now, I'm actually going to say I think it's the worst event that Pokemon Go has ever held in the last 5 years, and I feel strongly about that. And do you know why? Because every day that I go to work and I come home, I always play Pokemon Go. Always on my commute to work and back home. I have not turned the game on for the last 3 days, and for me that's weird. Like that's weird. But the event is so terrible, and it took me so long to get a shiny. It's been going on for about nearly a week now, and I clicked on a Lotad and it was shiny.
No, Coops.
Which has got absolutely nothing. I've not seen a Lotad spawn, I'd say, in about 3 months. And then I click on it and it was shiny. I transferred it before I even checked the IV. And at that point, I was like, I'm done. Can we move on to part 3? I was like, I'm done.
No, I agree. This event is deader than a dodo.
I mean,
there's
why could
nothing.
Milo, why could they not have made the fish shiny? Why could they not have made like the
LGM,
like something semi decent to
thing
grind?
to hunt
No,
in
nothing,
the wild
nothing.
at all. Because unless you need either Heatmore or Durant, that's fair enough. But they don't spawn as much as all of the other shit that's not shiny. Like you've got the Bacillin or whatever it is, the 2 different forms of the fish, and LGM's in level 1 raids. You have to have a hole in the head to do a fucking LGM raid.
And you know what? With
Christ.
Basculin spawning freely in this event, it would have been the perfect time because there's 2 versions. You
Yeah,
put it as a shiny.
Oh
Yeah,
my god, it would have
perfect.
been like literally. There's just something like how can we go from shiny Cranidos and shiny Shieldon in the wild to this? How does that make any sense? It's literally like having a 12-inch cock and then getting it cut down to 2 inches. It's literally the same.
Is that much of a downgrade?
Yeah. Sorry if that was a bit much. Sorry, was that a bit too much?
You're right
Sorry.
though, because it's literally the new shiny is Heracross and it's locked behind raids. It's another paywall. I mean, just unbelievable, really.
Should we flow into that
So
now?
good.
Actually, then we can
think
go
it's
back
apt,
on
isn't it?
track.
Yeah,
it's
it's
apt.
apt,
Yeah, let's do it.
Because we're not going to talk a lot about it,
missing
but
a game.
but no, we're not. We're going to come to that game after
No,
this. We're
no,
gonna...
please, not off another fucking game. No.
Oh, who's hosted this one on your 27th special edition? Oh, no more fucking games.
I'm marking by your jokes, bro. You're actually jokes.
I want more games. I might have created a new one. No, I haven't. But God, Shiny Heracross. I mean, there's people that actually, content creators that actually planned around this being released. And I'm going for it hard. What do we think about this? Because Australia, Kangaskhan is still out. I know it's an older one, but that's not really the point, is it?
No, the fact that they've removed Shiny Heracross during this event when its shiny is released, they've never ever done this for any other regional in the past. And I know it's triggered so many people who could get it in their region, and I think rightfully so. Because if they'd had it consistently,
Sorry,
it's just them going fuck off paywall, you bastards.
I just think it's so funny. The guy that's done 95 raids to get 2 shinies is talking about this passionately. It just makes me giggle. It just...
Thank you, Ian.
Ian, nicely done.
Oh, sorry.
No, but surely, I mean, you guys know, like, if you're going to go nest hunt, shiny hunt, or whatever, if you've got the capability to do it for a bit of content or a bit of fun, you would do it. The fact that they've taken it out of the wild just for this 2 weeks and not said anything to people, this was the thing. After the whole Niantic movement and then responding, literally, 18 or 24 hours later, is that, oh yeah, by the way, we intentionally took Shiny Heracross out and we're only telling trainer tips about it after everyone's found out. And you think, are you just a bunch of fucking wankers? Seriously.
So you've got one of each shiny, haven't you now, Milo?
I do, but that would change nothing for me because I would have to raid them. It's not my regional. I'd still raid them.
And I think that's the point, isn't it? I think that is the real, Yeah,
sorry, no, let's actually, sorry, man. I just love, I fucking, I should have a moment. I fucking love you boys to death. I just need you to know that. You lot are so funny. But, no, let's be serious and get back. Can you tell me that you love me as well? I'm needy, please.
I love you, Coopsy.
Milo will show you tomorrow night.
Milo, please.
Just wait for it. Just wait. Oh, do you need to hear it from me?
Yes, this is the second.
Coops.
Okay, thank you.
Coops, he's got the Viagra on order, don't worry.
He doesn't need Viagra, Ian. He doesn't need
I'm not an old
Viagra.
man. What are you talking about?
It's not because you need it. That's not why you take Viagra, Milo.
I've actually never taken it. I do want to try it, though.
Milo, have a tactical one beforehand.
Boys, are we all a bit horny tonight? Why is this episode really dirty? I feel like this episode is so dirty. I don't know why.
This is an Incensed podcast unleashed.
Yeah.
Unleashed.
No, but let's be serious for a second, right? Let's look at it logistically on how, like, Niantic as a company, like, actually do things. You know when Shiny Kangaskhan got released, did it get taken out of the wild, boys? I don't know. Did it?
No, but it was released worldwide in eggs, wasn't it?
It was when all of the Gen 1 regionals were in 7-kilometer eggs, but every region where they were available, so we could get Shiny Mr. Mime in the wild as well.
Oh yes,
when they were first released.
Yeah. Okay, so this is basically the first time that they've released a regional and they've taken it completely out of the wild. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's arguments that they've taken it away to give everybody a fair playing field, which you can either believe that or not.
And there's arguments to suggest that they've done it because it's the fucking best regional shiny out there, and everybody fucking wants a pink
shiny.
beetle.
They know everyone will go for it. They're like, oh, dollar signs for eyes. That sort of thing.
Now I know that. Sorry, boys, I didn't know that information, but now I know that. I think it's I do think it's a bit piss poor. I mean, I don't, God bless them. I don't want to keep slagging them off, but yeah, I think to do that, it's especially after the whole Heroes Niantic movement. I definitely don't know if that was the correct play. Maybe I'm not sort of too sure.
It would have been planned before that, wouldn't it? That's the thing. It would have all been planned before that.
Yeah, it's weird though. It's hard. It's a weird one.
It is a weird one, but do you know what they should have done with it? You know, they should have just made Heracross a wild spawn across the whole of the world.
Yep.
1 in 450 full odds, just like the Cranados, just like the Shieldons, and had the Palkia in raids and had the Heracross out in the wild for everyone.
But like Coops said in the past, that's going to happen at some point. They're going to do that in an event at some point.
3 years down the line.
Yeah.
It is going back to it though. It is a weird one. Like obviously it's hard for us because it's not our regional. So it's kind of like, you know, I'm kind of like, you know, not to be disrespectful to anybody that was upset when the news got released, but like I just don't really give a shit because it's not a regional here. So it's like for me,
we was always going to have to pay for it. Yeah.
So this is for me. This is
but
my
why
region.
but why pick a regional, like you say? Maybe avoid that sort of situation.
Well, the thing is, it's going to be back as a mega, isn't it, at some point?
Yeah, it will be in mega raids when they release that eventually, so it will go worldwide again. It's just the inconsistency and the timing of it as well. It's like they've never done this stupid shit before. If they'd done it since day one, so like you say, when they're first released, you know, Gen 1 regionals 20, what was it 18 or 19? I can't remember. When they were first released, take them all out of the wild and put them only in eggs. If they'd done that from day one, I don't think we'd be having this conversation. But it's also the fact that this event, I mean, Zoe 2.'s got Shiny Kangaskhan from her daily spawn in Australia for this event. It's still in the wild there for them, but Heracross isn't in the wild for, you know, JT Valor and that lot. It's just the inconsistency and the complete lack of communication after the aftermath and fallout of Heroes Niantic.
But at the risk of triggering people, we could get a shiny Mr. Mime on our doorstep. I know it's not an event spawn for this event, but it's still a thing. It's
more that they've put it in raids, isn't it, for the world, I think. I think that was the but you're right, Ian. You're absolutely right.
No arguments there.
Yeah, would you lot, let's turn the question around. Would you lot have been pissed off if Heracross was in the wild in its region, but not worldwide?
Not particularly. We can't get it anyway.
No.
I wouldn't have been
wouldn't mind.
either.
I wouldn't have been booking a flight
no.
to Florida just to go and hunt it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, no. Milo would have. No, me neither. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why they did it. Because you are right, like Milo said. But when Shiny Kang was released, it was in the wild in Australia and New Zealand. When Shiny Mr. Mime was released in whatever day or event, we could have got it as a spawn. Yeah, weird that they've done it for this one. I don't.
Thinking back to that egg event, we were all bitching about the egg events and the actual shiny rates in the eggs.
Well, they were shit, though.
So if they did it again,
Yeah, I mean, I will just say raids for me is 10 times better.
I'd rather
than
do
eggs.
raids than eggs.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There's been the speculation they've done it to kind of nerf the effect of spoofers going around and spoofing to the region and then going and shiny checking.
And that's
Well,
a valid
first things
point,
first,
actually. Because
Fuck the spoofers because
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't stop them, because these are the people who buy in-person raid boxes all the time, and they'll just spoof from one gym to the other with the Heracross raids, and they'll just do the in-person raids that way. Yes, guaranteed is going to get Niantic a shitload more money from the spoofer community, but it doesn't solve the problem of a spoofer being able to just zip around and go and do more encounters than everybody else.
the thing is, though, it annoys me is they're acknowledging there's an issue with spoofers, aren't they, by doing it. If that is one of the reasons, just fucking sort it out. So they can't do it. It just
It's not that. It's money though, bro. It's like if they're looking at it from a business perspective, they don't give a shit because, like Milo said, exactly. So like at the end of the day, that's the reason. After 5 years, they've still not done anything about spoofers. Why do you think not? Because of the money and the income that they get. And that's the same reason why they're not ever going to get rid of remote raids, even though it was to do with the coronavirus, was because it's too much money. There's exactly what Milo said. He brought that point home, and it's just too much money for him. Way too much.
Do you know what I wish they would have done this time around with the pandemic? Because obviously, I think we still have a hard sort of way to... We don't believe at Niantic that there's still an issue, let's put it that way. But do you know what? I wouldn't have been that against from doing an event to acknowledge the pandemic almost and go, do you know what? We're going to have a regional mashup in December this year. We're going to have a regional community day, or a regional event. And literally, wherever you are in the world, all the regionals are just there. And it's just like a fucking mishmash of them all. Because you know what? You can't travel. We don't want anyone to have an unfair advantage. Everyone will have that same story where they can't get hold of someone else's regional. And like you said, would we be having this conversation if it was Shiny Relicanth being released instead? Probably not, because it's not that great a Shiny. I think they've seen an opportunity, haven't they, here? And they've just said it's something that everybody wants because it's great.
100%.
I mean, I'm surprised they weren't going to put Corsola in bloody raids. I know that got pulled because of the whole...
It might happen, actually. It really might happen.
You wouldn't put that past them. You couldn't put that past
you
them.
really wouldn't.
Well, what do you not think of though of like the Ultra Unlock? This was from GoFest, yeah. This was from GoFest a few weeks ago. Like, what do you like? How does everybody feel? The fact it's an unlock. When you say unlock, it kind of means like you're getting rewards, like you're getting good stuff. Like, what's everybody's thoughts on unlock? But you have to pay a fucking not £97 to get 2 shinies. Like,
I think it's the worst one that we've had so far.
yeah, facts.
The fact that you were saying earlier, Coops, this is just a bad, dead event. It makes it worse that it's supposed to be an ultra unlock.
Yeah.
But you've won this pile of mouldy fruit. There you go.
And also, because all of these new shinies are locked into raids, you have to raid.
Yes,
it's almost...
You're right, Ian. You have to raid.
No, Ian, sorry, what was that? Sorry, I was laughing at his fruity joke. Sorry.
Saying because Niantic have locked all of the new shinies behind raid, you've literally got to raid and you've got to prioritise which one you want over the others because not everybody can afford to do 97 raids for a Heracross.
No, absolutely. And do you mind, Mark, if I jump in with some good old stats?
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Yeah, I want to hear this.
Because recently,
The more this goes on, the less we do the games.
No, game's fucking happening. Carry on.
No, fuck's sake.
the Sylph Road, I saw this on Twitter and their website, the Sylph Road have compiled some recent stats, and people were suspecting that Dialga's shiny rate was lower than expected, the same with Palkia, and it turns out, this may not be 100% confirmed, but it's sought out, they're still collecting data. It seems that Niantic have nerfed the legendary shiny rate from a 1 in 25 is what it was, to a 1 in 50.
Wow.
And they've done that with Dialga and Palkia, just so that everybody has to raid more to get their shinies.
It's been a struggle, can't lie.
It has. And Heracross, after the first day of its release in raids, the shiny rate, dropped. immediately for the rest of the event. And I know people who has done nearly 200 Heracross raids without a shiny.
Bruv, I don't feel sorry for them. Sorry, I just don't. I just if you're that, with all due respect, if you're that silly to spend, what's that, 170, 180? No, bro. Sorry, I don't. I've said it before. If you don't know how the game works,
it's not a case of them feeling sorry for them. It's just the fact that Niantic are fucking with the shiny rates in a case to try, and it seems to make a fast buck.
Yeah, but it's a bit more than that. Like they must know that at a Go Fest or at an event towards the end of the year, the Heracross is going to be in the wild, and in the next 2 years they are going to have 4 or 5 shiny Heracross in their bag. So to me. I don't want to sound nasty towards them, because like I said, you can do what you want with your money, and I've said that multiple times on here, but like, just to me, it's like 20, and if you get lucky, stop. Why would you spend that on nothing, on literally nothing? It's so crazy to me. It's so crazy.
Totally agree. You've got to draw a line, haven't you? Doing 400 raids, you can't.
And by the way, Dialga, I understand it. Rayquaza, Heracross, bro? Heracross? Really? You know what? It's not even good for PvP. You know what I mean?
It just looks cool, doesn't it? That's it. It just looks cool.
Yeah. Thanks, Milo. But like, come on, bruv. At what, 200? What? 250? 310? Like, come on, bruv. Seriously.
I mean, 200's scary, isn't it? The thing I read, Milo, I know we discussed a bit of it before we started recording tonight. Wasn't Heracross, when it was first released, almost on the first day, so like 1 in 25, wasn't it, or something? They thought it was, and then
it was boosted. It was something like 1 in, I don't know, 1 in 40, 1 in 50. It was a boosted shiny.
But then after a day, it went up to 1 to 65, didn't it? And then very quickly, they think it was higher than that, don't they?
I think so, because I saw bunches of people getting it day one, and then after that, people have been struggling to get it.
Because I got lucky with Palkia. I got Palkia on my 4th raid. I haven't done any more. So I guess they know that, don't they? And I guess that they rely... Some people will go for one and then they're done, won't they? I think there's people that play like that. Heracross...
Yeah. Legendaries is different, though. Do you not think? Legendaries, you could do
Legendary
400
is definitely
raids.
different.
Yeah, and I wouldn't judge you. I genuinely wouldn't.
But the Heracross one, they've been very cheeky with it, haven't they? Because they're 2 very different male and female types. And when you see them for the collector, they're as appealing as each other, aren't they? One isn't enough on that for some people. Like you said, Coops,
you need the male and the female, don't you? Because
yeah. Shiny collectors want both.
Do you know what though? Like, it's kind of like, for me, it's like, even if you're rich, like even if you're fortunate enough to have an amazing job and you've worked really hard your whole life to get to where you are, I'd still be saying, like, bro, like, just stop. Like, you don't need to do 200, 250 Heracross raids on its first like week of release when we know how the game works. Like, I would be saying that to anyone, and it's so like, sorry, I don't want to come across rude, but it's so crazy.
You're right, Coops, but it comes back to what we was talking about last week, that people are just addicted. They can't stop themselves.
Yeah. They see the little orange light and they're like, let me do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's interesting.
But I mean, I was going to say, flicking it back to them messing around with the legendary shiny rate, I don't think that's on at all.
No, I agree.
In light of all of the transparency, I mean, okay, in a different game, Jurassic World Alive, you get incubators and it's very, very pay to win. But when you look at what they give you select DNA, which is the equivalent of Pokemon candy, it gives you a list of what you can get. Like in Pokemon Go, they give you the egg tiers, where it's just like, this is common, this isn't common, this is rare. In Jurassic World, they actually show you percentages, like how likely it is to hatch each individual creature or from an incubator or various places. Everything is there for you to see in game. Niantic are the opposite end of that scale and being shady as fuck and not even addressing shiny rates. They're changing shiny rates midway through events and all of this sort of stuff. Scum.
Well, I think let's wrap this bit up on Heracross, but I think for us, not being in Florida or not Florida, is it Florida it spawns? I can't remember the areas it would spawn in.
Florida, South,
and then
South
towards
Texas
Mexico,
as well, I think.
I mean, for us, we're going to be, if we don't get one by the end of this event, however hard or however unhard we play it, that's not even a word, is it? However soft we play it, I think we'll be relying on the spoofers to find us one. So once it just go out in the wild, spoofers, you've heard it from us, go and find us some and let us trade them with you, because that's going to be the only chance we're going to get of getting one.
I do agree with Milo though, and I think this is a good conversation to have on a future podcast. The shiny rate of legendaries, what it was 2 years ago to what it is today, has dramatically changed. Really,
It was 1 in
badly.
20, wasn't it, before?
It's well, not. No,
Yeah.
I just remember I used to kind of get a shiny 2 years ago from a legend, 1 every 5, 6, 7 raids. Whereas now I can do 20 raids, and I'm like, fucking hell, I feel like I'm not going to get what like it's. And I think, sorry, just to bring that up, Milo, because no one really sort of said anything. I completely agree with you, mate, and that's definitely a conversation for the future.
Yeah, we've got to come back to it.
Definitely. Well, Ian, much to Coops' joy, we're going to move over to you, mate, for everyone's favourite game, Name That Pokémon.
And listeners, you should see Coops' face on the video feed. He is not feeling this.
No, it's not. It's only because you've been running 1 hour 15. That's all. So but
We are running long, and I'm only going to give you one Pokemon to name today because I totally appreciate Coops and that. I do agree that we are running long. So the first one to get this wins. We're going to go back to Kanto. This is a normal type Pokemon. Evoli.
Eevee.
Didn't even have to think.
Well, that was a great fucking game. On to...
Moving on.
Moving on. Some say Niantic interns are offered the chance to choose their own work hours, but they misunderstood what it meant, which explains why the automated bots are working overtime. It's our favourite feature... Ask the Intern.
Ask the intern.
Go for it, Ian.
Thanks, Mark. Okay, so we've got a couple of choice little bits of Niantic gold at Niantic Help. Hello, I just bought 1,200 Pokecoins, but didn't get the coins. Please, can you help me? So Niantic supports reply, hi there. If you've successfully purchased the Pokecoins, they should be available in your account. Please restart the app and check again. Having said that, please get back to us with your trainer nickname and associated email address. We'll take a closer look.
Jesus.
Same old replies.
Standard.
All day, every day.
The last one we've got for today. Hey at Niantic. And the last one for today.
Niantic.
Hey at Niantic.
We're keeping that in.
Niantic us here.
And the last one for today. Hey, Niantic help. I'm unable to access my account. I tried login, but it says there's no account linked to the email address. And also on Facebook, it's showing the same thing. Either my account was hacked, or someone changed my details, or something may have gone wrong. So Niantic's reply. Sorry to hear about this. And then they say the trainer's name. You should be able to access your account as long as you enter the correct login credentials. Would you mind writing us an email with the requested details via DM? We'll look into it. Thanks.
They might as well say, can you send us the answers to your security questions and give us your bank account details as well? Fucking hell.
So that's the best of what I could find. But again, pretty boring in Niantic support at the moment. There's not really anything too funny. Stock answers we're getting, just stock answers.
It's the bots, Ian. It's the bots. They're all working. They choose their own hours. Thank you, Ian. Well, Coops, it's your favourite feature. Shinies of the week.
Shinies of the week. Thank you so much, boys. We've got a few Shinies of the week for this week's episode. And first up, we have Metal Monkey. What a name. He said...
Good name.
Yeah, he said, didn't know if I should have been playing or not with all what's been going on, but reduced distance in America means fuck all to me at Incensed Podcast. Hashtag Shinies of the Week. Hashtag the bonuses were only temporary. Hashtag, wait for this one. Hashtag don't get your knickers in a twist.
Clarify the spelling.
Because that's how people in America think we say it, don't we? Don't get your knickers in a twist. That would be their impression of us.
Well, you do down London, don't you?
True. And he did get a shiny Solrock. Up next, we do have Mr. Mottram. Says, I have been using the remainder of my coins on Palkia and Hera raids. I have happily got both shinies within about 40 raids. Also, my first ever shiny Duskull in over 2,500 checks. Hashtag Shinies of the Week. And of course, the screenshot of the shiny Palkia, shiny Heracross, and the shiny Duskull. So congratulations, that's massive.
That's bloody good going, isn't it? That's like, done. Right, next event.
Exactly.
Move on.
All under 20 raids. So up next, we do have reviews from the tub. At work, listening to @Incensed Podcast, lads, on my AirPods, And flex on the AirPods then, cute. And hiding in the back bathroom, in brackets, that can still reach the gym. and landing this bad boy, hashtag Shinies of the Week. And my guy didn't just get a shiny Heracross. He got a Shundo Heracross. Now, if that's not poggers, I do not know what is. So huge congratulations. Go. Yeah, that deserves a train cup. Here we go. Massive congrats, Shundo Heracross.
Poggers Maximus.
Isn't that a dinosaur on Jurassic World Alive, Milo?
No, that's the Latin.
So Maximus.
Probably fucking knowing him. But up next, we've got Chris Hayden. He said, so pumped. Got the female yesterday and the male today. So Milo, he's done a you at Incensed Podcast. Hashtag Shinies of the Week. And he obviously got both of his shiny Heracross male and fem, which is awesome. So gang, do not forget, if you want to have a feature on Shinies of the Week, make sure you hashtag Shinies of the Week, clarify the spelling.
Clarify the spelling.
And yeah, that Marky boy, that was Shinies of the Week, bruv.
ShiniesOftheWeek. Thank you, Coopsy. Thank you, Coopsy. Well, before I wrap this one up, I wanted to pass over to Milo to lead this. Just to explain, we said we were going to mention it at the beginning of August, but we've got away with ourselves. We've made some changes to the Patreon. Do you want to run through it, Milo?
Yes, Ian, please assist me because I'm a little bit clueless.
I will help you. I will help you.
Thank you. We've had a little rebrand or a little facelift to the Patreon. So we've now streamlined it. So it's 3 tiers if you wish to take your support up a level. We've got bronze, silver, and gold.
Talking of the Olympics, how funny.
Mm-hmm. Damn
gold!
Right. Ian, help.
Yes, so... So the bronze and the silver tier, they're essentially the same rebranded tiers that we had for the old intern tier at £1.50 a month and the old casual tier at £5 a month. Bonuses, everything that you get is exactly the same as before. But the new gold tier, that one kicks in at £25 a month. So we've actually made it a little bit more affordable for people that might want to join it, but it is still limited to a maximum of 10 patrons. There's still a little bit of space in there, but we've only got a couple of spaces left at that tier. And that's pretty much it, really, isn't it? So for being a gold member, you get to join a live stream of our recordings, which is on YouTube and a private link. So if you're not a member, you won't get access to the link. There's a chat in there where you can chat with us. We sometimes get the chance to reply on that one when we're not overly tied up doing other things. And
bashing Niantic.
I'm glad you said bashing Niantic and not bashing yourself. But that's pretty much it. We tried to make it as simple as possible, and I think we've managed to achieve it, and hopefully there should be no more changes to the Patreon for the foreseeable future. We've got a great sort of top tier line of patrons.
And like I said, it looks really nice, it feels really good, and actually, being that gold tier member, you would have had the opportunity to share some face-to-face time on the camera in a live stream of it with some big creators, alongside ourselves. It's been really, really good. So it does sort of have quite a nice perk to it. But no, thanks, Ian. Thanks, Milo. So we've got the Twitter poll result. It wouldn't be an edition without the Twitter poll result. So the question, as we said, was, what do you prefer on our podcast? We said, do you want it on point and boring or out of sync and jokes? Well, the jokes have it, as we thought it would be. 76% want it out of sync. And 24% are you are bloody boring. On point and boring? Have a word with yourselves on that one, guys. A nice turnout for that one. But yeah, I think we need to stick to what we're doing well at the moment.
I don't think On Port is actually boring, though.
I'll be back on the soundboard next week.
Doing everything twice.
Yeah. Guys and girls, if you are enjoying the podcast and the awesome guests we have had joining us so far, then please hit that follow, subscribe button if you haven't done already on Apple, Google, Spotify, and many more. Apparently Pandora in America still you can find our podcast on, so that's really cool. And please leave us a 5-star review to support us. That'd be really appreciated. Please also follow us on Twitter and Insta, what the cool kids and Coops call it, at Incensed Podcast, to keep updated with all the latest stuff. Now, I know we didn't drop one last week because it was morally the right thing to do, but the important question now, guys, is did anyone incense a shiny on this episode?
No.
I've not even turned on Pokemon Go, to be honest.
For knows
I've
then.
not even had it open.
Coops is fully at one with the hashtag Heroes Niantic.
Thank you, guys. Well, before we go, anyone got anything else they want to add?
We love you, Mark. Congrats on episode 27.
Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys. Well, thank you for tuning in to listen. I'm going to get this because we've not said it yet, and this button is primed. It's been a great rural edition. It's been a fun 27th party. Thank you for tuning in to listen. Have a great week, and we will see you in episode 28. Keep safe.
I choose you!